Hey, what's going on? It's Dango, the Fat Loss Ninja, and today we're going to talk about the best ab exercise I love to use for my own clients, and we're going to give you the ab exercise as well as 10 ways on how to do it. So come along with me and let's get this started right here. Now the ab exercise we're going to be talking about today is the plank. Now I know what you're saying. Oh my God, we're doing the plank. I've done this before. Well, not necessarily, because we're about to show you about 10 different ways on how to make the plank more effective for you. Obviously, whenever you're doing an exercise, you can do so many things to it to make it more effective, especially if you are someone that has been working out for a while. And again, we love to use the plank because it keeps your abs in a very stabilized position. That's one of the ways to really fire off your abs, but this does not mean that we don't use crunches at all, because we love to pair up crunches with our stability ab exercise. I believe that's how we get the most out of each and every ab exercise. So we may pair up a mountain climber or a plank with say like a leg raise, reverse crunch, or even like leg scissors, something like that. So we're going to be showing you 10 different variations of the plank, and that's it. Come along with this journey and let's get this washboard going up. You know what I'm saying? Now the very first plank variation we're going to be doing is a plank on your knees. We love to do these for beginners, people who haven't worked out probably ever in their lives, and also people who are a little bit more overweight because there's so much weight coming down onto the stomach, coming down from their hips, that we want to make sure that they're getting the planking motion, they're getting the benefits of the plank, but they're not going to break their back. Alright, so this is how you do the plank with the knees on the ground. Now make sure whenever you're doing any ab exercises that you're always focusing right here on the abs. It actually leads to greater activation, and you're also going to be squeezing your glutes a little bit as well. Now when you're down in that plank position, make sure that you're pushing out your stomach. It acts as a protective belt, and it also develops your abs as well. Alright, so we're going to do right here. This is the first variation. You can cross your legs. Body's going to stay down, and make sure your body is a complete straight line, because a lot of people can do this, a lot of people can do that, but make sure you keep your body in a straight line like this. Okay, at this point, you should be pushing out your abs, focusing right on your midsection, maybe squeezing your glutes a little bit as well. Here's the second variation right here. And the second variation, you're going to go legs wide on the plank. Now, the reason I go legs wide on the plank is because it gives you a lot more balance, it gives you a lot more stability, and it's just easier to do, because usually we do it with our legs together. So, this is the second variation right here. You can say the second level. And you're going to go legs wide. And keep your glutes tight, keep your abs tight, and hold this position. And that is the second variation. Now, third variation is very easy. What you're going to do is you're going to be putting your feet together. And this creates a little bit more instability for yourself, making sure you're keeping your body straight, glutes tight, abs pushed out. Third variation would be leg up. And you would obviously be alternating your legs up. So do 1 minute on your legs, do another minute on this other leg, right? It's going to go up and hold. Up and hold. The next variation would be arm up. So that would be, you're going to go 1. Try to keep your hips in line right here, body tight, and then make sure that you're always switching your arms. Now, the very last variation we're going to be doing on the floor is going to be a 1 arm up and 1 leg up variation. This is probably one of the more difficult ab exercises you can do, and the only reason we're doing it right now is because we're doing all of the floor type of planks. If I were to say on the level how hard this would be, what I'm going to show you right here is going to be probably a level 8. Alright, so make sure you keep your glutes tight, again, lower body stays tight, and you're also keeping your abs tight as well. It's going to look like this. 1 arm up, 1 leg up, keeping your hips tight, keep your body as straight as possible. Do this for a minute. 1 arm up, 1 leg up, keep your body tight, hips tight. And these are the floor variations of the plank. And kind of like choose your own adventure, choose whichever one suits your fitness level. We're going to go to the ball right now. Now the next ab variations that we're going to be doing, the next plank variations we're going to be doing is going to be done on the ball. Now I love using the stability ball. It is one of the most versatile pieces of equipment you can ever have in your gym. It can act as a bench. Obviously we're going to be using it for planks right now. It can be used for so many things, so make sure you get something like this inside your gym if you don't have it already. It's a very underrated piece of equipment right here. So first plank variation we're going to be doing is going to be a stability ball plank, just a regular one, elbows on, and it's going to look like this. So you keep your elbows on, making sure that probably, I would say, most of your forearm is on this ball. If it rolls off too much, then you're going to get a lot of ab activation, but it's going to be super hard. I'm going to show you that in a bit. So we're going to get this going. You're going to make sure your glutes are tight. And again, if you want more stability, you can get your legs wide on that ball, all right? But, you know, I'm a professional, so I'm going to do it with my feet together, all right? So this is how you do the stability ball plank. Now, at this point, if I want to make it harder, or if I want to make it easier, I can pull my elbows in, but this is not going to get you the result that you want. You're going to try to push your elbows out as much as possible and hold this position. Now, that's one ab exercise that you can do on the ball. Another plank exercise that you can do is the stability ball plank with a leg up. So it creates a little bit more instability, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult because you have that glute activation, and you also have to keep this in place and use your core to kind of like balance yourself out and stabilize. All right, so it's going to look like this. You're going to get up, push my elbows out, glutes stay tight. I'm going to go on one leg, stabilize. You can see I'm actually going to the side a little bit, and it's a little unstable. Now I do that for 1 minute, and then I go, oops, see? I'm going to the next side now. Now my body has to relearn how to balance itself and stabilize. So these are the two ab variations that we do on the ball, and we're going to be getting on the bench right now to show you a little bit harder variations right here. So now we're getting into the harder variations right here. As you can see in the corner, I have this chair. It's going to act as my bench. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our feet on the chair and we're going to stabilize ourselves on the ball. This is one of the hardest ab exercises you can do, one of the best plank exercises you can do. And again, if you aren't really a pro at doing these types of exercises, then I would leave this one until you become a little better at it. All right? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to push this ball out. This is going to stay at my side. Again, I'm going to be keeping this elbow on, and as I get into the plank, what we're going to do is we're going to try to push our elbows out because we like to make things hard for ourselves. Right? Right. I'm going to pretend that you said right. All right? So here's the plank on the ball with the bench. We're going to go and keep my feet on, and we're going to get up. Keep your body straight, abs stay tight. Now I'm pushing my elbows out, trying to get that ab activation right there, and I'm going to hold this for about 1 minute. As you can see, as I'm talking, I'm like shaking a little bit. This is my abs saying that, oh, okay, now I got to learn how to keep myself on this ball and stabilize you. And that is the plank on the ball, on the bench. And I'm going to show you one more plank variation, probably the hardest plank variation that I've ever done in my whole life. And yeah, we're going to get right into it, okay? Now, you pretty much made it this far. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm going to show you the hardest ab exercise. It's going to be the one-arm plank. Now, with this plank, I would suggest keeping your legs super wide to give yourself that balance. And we're going to see if I can do this. All right. So, stabilization is very important. You got to make sure your glutes are tight. And that's it. Let's get this done. You're going to hold for maybe 30 seconds each time. So I'm going to keep one arm on right here and then make sure my legs are wide. Then I'm going to lift myself up, hold this position, keep my hand right here. Trying to keep my hips as tight as possible. Down. And then the next one, okay, leg stays on. I'm going to use this to stabilize at first to get myself up. We're going to go. And again, arm has to stay tight and abs have to stay tight. And that is the one-arm plank variation, the hardest plank that you can do. And again, thank you very much for watching this video. You're going to see all of the ab exercises, actually all the plank exercises that we talked about right down below in the description. And don't forget to click the link below because you get your own very own 14-day weight loss system for free. So click that link below, and this is Dango, the Fat Loss Ninja, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Peace out.